It is not. It is not internal quality assessment cell. On the contrary, it is international quality assurance cell. If you see, you will find that quality is a relative term. So before going for quality, I would like to talk initially about our education system, or you can say, what is the purpose of our education system? The purpose of our education system is to develop good human being who are capable of rational thoughts and action, also possessing compassion, also having empathy, also having courage, also having resilience, also having scientific temper, also having creative imagination, with sound ethical mooring and values. So this is what is our education system. For that, always we are trying to maintain the quality, and every now and then we are trying to improve the quality. But where exactly we want to maintain these qualities? Naturally, we all will say it would be, say, the educational institutions, it may be colleges, it may be universities, etc., etc. So to which university or to which educational institute you will say it is a good educational institute? Naturally, it should have certain qualities. Institute should also have certain qualities. So a good educational institution is one in which every student feels welcome. Nobody feels ignored. Everybody is cared of, where a safe and stimulating learning environment exists, where a wide range of learning experiences are offered. Also, where good physical infrastructure is present, also where appropriate resources are available, also where conducive learning environment is available. So if an institution is having all these qualities, we can put it under good academic educational institution. So before going for IQAC, I thought, let me make my point clear with respect to two basic things. One is what is the purpose of educational system, and what exactly good educational institution is. So purposely, you will find just to achieve these two targets, the concept of IQAC came into existence. What for, or why do we go for IQAC? So naturally, the things are very clear. If we define the parameters, if we define the criterias, and accordingly, if we try to achieve these criterias, then naturally we can go towards the quality concept. It will be used to make quality defining element of higher education in India and also abroad. I mean to say internationally, because this cell is international quality assurance cell, where on that platform we are talking. So this IQAC is to make quality of the defining element of higher education in India and also in abroad through a combination of self and external quality evaluation, promotion, and sustenance initiatives. It is also to arrange the periodic assessment and accreditation of institutions of higher education or colleges, thereof specific academic programs or projects. IQAC is also to stimulate the academic environment of quality of teaching and learning, and also prominently it should be focused on research also, which is an essential component for any higher educational institution. This IQAC concept will also help to encourage the self-evaluation, accountability, autonomy, and innovation in higher education. See, here the concept of very essential. Rather, somebody else is going to assess you, it is better you should be assessed by yourself. Because sometimes when other people will find out your fault, naturally nobody likes that thing. So better we should go for self-assessment, self-evaluation. At the same time, we should have all the accountability, autonomy, and also innovations in the higher education to undertake the quality related research studies, testing, consultancy, and training programs. That is also a defining factor as far as the quality is concerned. IQAC is also to collaborate with the other stakeholders of higher education for quality evaluation, promotion, and sustenance. Whatever we want to do as far as maintaining the quality is concerned, we should have good collaboration with other institutions, with other colleges, with other universities, with other institutions, with other research organizations, with other industries, with other stakeholders of the society, so that we can really attain the concept of quality. What is the value framework for this IQAC? You will find that it is various core values among the higher education institutions. What are these core values? IQAC will contribute to national development. It will be fostering to global competencies among the students. They can compete anywhere in the world. That is why this international quality assessment cell will be helpful for them. It will be useful for inculcating a value system among the students, which is very, very essential. UGC is also putting stress, NAC is also emphasizing on value-added courses so that we can inculcate a value system among the students. It will also be used to promote the use of technology. Nowadays, we are finding we have started, when we were studying in a school, we have seen blackboard, then the concept of green board came, then we have seen the whiteboard, then we have seen the OHP projector, and nowadays we are finding LCD projector. So this is say the use of technology day by day. Whatever the technology we are using today, it is being useless tomorrow. So we should be mentally prepared to make use of recent technology, whatever is available in the world market. This IQAC, if you want to go towards the excellence, you must be cautious as far as the quality concept is concerned. It will also be useful for outstanding research as a core requisite for outstanding education and its development. It will also be useful for establishment of National Research Foundation to fund outstanding peer-reviewed research and also to actively seed research in universities and colleges. You will find if we are having all these criteria, if we are fulfilling, say, the IPAC concept and getting good rank, then naturally we can get good money for research from various funding agencies. Even NRF is going to support those educational institutions and higher educational institutions who have maintained the quality concept, who have got good ranking. So the autonomy would be, say, the graded autonomy. Whatever the rating you are having, accordingly autonomy shall be given and accordingly funding shall be released to these institutions. This is what probably you wanted to listen, but now I will speak what I want to say. Basically, I'm fundamentally having a firm belief in our Bharatiya education. Bharatiya education, if you see the fundamental principles of Bharatiya education, you will find in Bharatiya education, knowledge is that which liberates. In Bharatiya education, knowledge provides freedom. In Bharatiya education, knowledge provides skills. In Bharatiya education, knowledge provides wealth. Also, knowledge provides holistic and complete development of personality. Also, knowledge can be used for acquiring good experience, or you can say the experiential learning. Not a learned fool, but a wise individual. This is what our Bharati education tells us. We should not be a learned fool, but we should be a wise individual. We should be able to inculcate value of teamwork and unity. This is, say, the gist of Bharati education system or Indian knowledge system, you can say. So probably you must be aware about ancient Bharati education system, where there was a system of Gurukul Parampara, जहां पर आपने गुरुकुल परंपरा देखा होगा. उस समय पर कोई भी IQAC सेल नहीं होते थे, लेकिन उस समय पे हम लोगों ने नालंदा और तक्षशिला जैसे विश्वविद्यालयों की स्थापना की, जिसकी लाइब्रेरी को भी जब जलाया गया आक्रमण करके, उसकी लाइब्रेरी को जलने में 3 महीने का समय लगा. अब आप इस बात से अंदाज लगा सकते हैं कि उस समय IQAC नहीं था, लेकिन फिर भी हमारा इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम इतना स्ट्रांग था कि हम विश्व गुरु के नाम से जाने जाते थे. तो ये जो भी हम कर रहे हैं, उसको हमको देखना पड़ेगा. अगर हम उसमें बैक टू बेसिक की साइड जाकर के क्वालिटी कॉन्सेप्ट लाएं, इंटरनेशनल क्वालिटी असेसमेंट सेल्स की स्थापना करें, तो शायद हमारा ये कारगर कदम होगा. अदरवाइज आप देखेंगे कि हमारा जो एंशिएंट नॉलेज सिस्टम था, एंशिएंट इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम था, इट वाज मच मोर स्ट्रॉन्गर एज कंपेयर्ड टू टुडेज नॉलेज सिस्टम. तो ऐसा बीच में क्या हुआ कि हम पहले विश्व गुरु थे, और ऐसे बीच के टाइम में हमने ऐसे क्या एक्सपेरिमेंटेशंस किए, वेस्टर्न कल्चर से हम इतना ज्यादा क्यों प्रभावित हुए कि हमने सोचा कि हम उनकी कल्चर को अडॉप्ट करने जाएं, और अपनी खुद की संस्कृति, अपनी खुद की भारतीयता को हम भूल बैठे, और आज हम फिर से उस रेस में दौड़ रहे हैं. हम आज रैंकिंग के लिए पीछे पीछे दौड़ रहे हैं कि इंटरनेशनली हमारी यूनिवर्सिटीज की रैंकिंग कहाँ होनी चाहिए. आप लोगों ने क्या कभी ऐसा सोचा है कि हम लोग क्यों नहीं एक खुद की, जब अगर हमारे पास नालंदा और तक्षशिला जैसे विश्वविद्यालय थे, तो हम लोग उसको अध्ययन करके क्यों नहीं एक ऐसा रैंकिंग सिस्टम एस्टेब्लिश करें जिसमें विश्व की सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज पार्टिसिपेट करें. हम उनको रैंकिंग दें, रादर हम उनकी रैंकिंग लेने जाएं. अभी आप देखते हैं कि टॉप 100 यूनिवर्सिटीज में इंडिया की यूनिवर्सिटीज का नाम नहीं आता है. उसके पीछे ऐसा नहीं कि हम पिछड़े हुए हैं, उनके रैंकिंग के जो क्राइटेरियाज है वो इंडियन कंटेक्स्ट में फिट ही नहीं बैठते. तो माई प्योर कंसेप्शन is like that. Why should we not think about our own ranking system? मेरे हिसाब से मैंने उसको एक नाम भी दिया हुआ है, जिसको मैं गुरु नाम से बोल रहा हूँ. स्पेलिंग इज GURU. व्हाट इज गुरु? गुरु इज ग्लोबल यूनिक रैंकिंग ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटीज. क्यों नहीं हम इंडिया में एक ऐसी रैंकिंग व्यवस्था की स्थापना करें जिसमें विश्व की सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज ग्लोबल यूनिक रैंकिंग ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटीज के तहत वो अप्लाई करें और हम लोग उनका ग्रेडिंग करें. तो इसी भावना के साथ मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि आप सभी विद्वत जन जो इस वेबिनार में हमारे साथ जुड़े, वो भी इस बारे में थोड़ा सा चिंतन करेंगे. आत्मचिंतन की जरूरत है, थोड़ा सा बैक टू बेसिक्स की जरूरत है. अपने कंट्री को किसी भी हिसाब से पिछड़ा नहीं समझे. हम लोग काफी सामर्थ्यवान हैं, लेकिन अपनी व्यवस्था को एक बार समझने की बहुत जरूरत है. अगर आप अपनी व्यवस्था को समझ सकेंगे तो नालंदा और तक्षशिला जैसे विश्वविद्यालयों की स्थापना फिर से होती रहेगी. अदरवाइज हम वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज को फॉलो करते हुए हम हमेशा हीन भावना के शिकार होंगे. हम सोचेंगे हमारा नाम विश्व की 100 टॉप यूनिवर्सिटीज में क्यों नहीं है. इससे अच्छा है हम एक अपनी खुद की शिक्षा व्यवस्था क्रिएट करें, उसमें सहभागी बने और दूसरी यूनिवर्सिटीज की रैंकिंग हम करें. इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूँ. जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय जय गढ़वी गुजरात. नमस्कार.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you very much on the behalf bottom of the heart, sir. Thank you very much for your great words. You really focus on the core area that yes, we should take care of the what our ancestor has shouldered on us. That definitely will take care of the Gurukul system. Thank you very much for what you call catching the exact word what we would like to say. That thank you very much from the bottom of the heart.
Thank you.
We have eminent personalities with us. Dr. VC, Dr. Nirmal Sharma, sir. Welcome, sir. He is the Vice Chancellor with University. Welcome, Dr. Nirmal Sharma, sir. Thank you very much for being with us. Now, next, our guest of honor is Dr. B. Ramesh. He is a former professor with Goa University as well as the chairman of BOS, MBA and BBA from Goa. Welcome, sir, from the behalf of Bestowgetics from Association of IQAC professional. Over to you, Dr. Ramesh, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I thought Professor Vijay Pitadia is going to deliver his speech before me, as I understand. So I don't know whether he has joined. Vijay Pitadia has joined.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah. I have joined, sir. Please let me know.
Vijay sir is
Hello.
also joined. Yeah.
Yeah. So because as per the program schedule, I saw his name is there
Oh,
first.
sorry,
So
it's my
since he
mistake.
joined now, just now,
There is a
please
yeah.
let him start, and then I'll join later.
Sure. Dr. Vijay sir, Vijay Pitharia, he is the director with just hold for a moment. He is the director of MBA program from SG Gajra Mahila College, Amreli. Over to you, sir, Dr. Vijay Pitharia.
It's a nice talk to you, sir. Exactly, the eminent galaxies of professors, along with this IQAC professionals in this forum, established by Professor Ganjare Saab from Pune, and also one of the eminent professionals like Dr. Tushar Dekade, Faisal Sheikh, then Dr. Ankur Saxena, Dr. Anuradha, Dr. Manohar, Dr. Sanjay Bhuj, and number of galaxies are there in today's discussion. Exactly whatever in earlier speaker mentioned, I'm in the favor of the earlier speaker, what he mentioned. Right now, I'm speaking from the Jodhpur, Rajasthan, in a circuit house. I'm here with one of the academic purpose visit here from the Gujarat to Rajasthan. And today I will not take too much time, but I'm also supporting the earlier speaker thought concerned with the Indian education system or Indian university system. We should require to establish our own some of the parameters, because earlier speaker rightly mentioned that at international level, whatever they think that concerned with this parameter point of view, is it not fit? So we should require to establish our own quality assurance systems, and then other country like SAARC country and some of the Asian countries, universities and some of the top business schools and some of others faculty business school required to join in our quality assurance systems, so that we need not require to follow some of the wrongly mentioned international standard, because from the whatever standard they have mentioned that in India more than 1,000 universities available, either in private university or from the government university point of view. Whatever they have suggested, is it not fit with this our culture and diversity available in Indian culture? There are more than 30 languages are there, and out of them, few 50% more than language acceptable as per our government norms, and various states are there with this culture, norms, and language, and there are a number of barriers are there. So to conclude with this point of view, IQAC professionals, the efforts made by Professor Ganjare and other colleagues, those who are the life members, those who are the associate with IQAC, I request we'd like to establish our own some of the quality related parameters, so that our Indian universities and those who think about this quality point of view, we can also have as per or sometimes more than Indian international quality. Because of here, we are also believing this such type of other parameters also there, and those are not included in international level. So in this today's inaugural session, I am very much thankful to Professor Ganjari Saab to invite me and in the panel of discussion. And today I'm just not talking too much time, but really I'm very much thankful Professor Vijay Srivastav, Vice Chancellor of Indus University, Ahmedabad, to talking about very important points concerned with what we are thinking in this, because India, whatever we think that is not a small country like in others like Greece or Italy, because we are a very large country, and so that we require to think to establish our own quality norms. Thank you very much for inviting me to just deliberate my personal point of view. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vijay Pithadia, sir, for being with us, for gracing the occasion. From the behalf of Best Edutreks as well as from Association of IQAC professionals, we welcome as well as we are very much thankful for your kind words, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We have our next guest of honor with us, Dr. B. Ramesh. He is a chairman of the BOS and MBA and BBA. He is a former professor with Goa Business School. Over to you, sir, Dr. B. Ramesh.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. And thanks, Professor Ganjari, for inviting me for this eventful occasion of launching yet another feather in your too many association that you are engrossed, which I have been seeing. I don't know how you are able to manage with so many associations, with so many people, with so many activities. And I'm sorry I missed out your program because of the network issue. Fine, at least today I thought I should make my presence, though I'm supposed to speak only for 2 minutes as per the schedule given to me. But let me tell, and I definitely look forward to interact with the association in future. Let me thank the chief guest, Professor Srivastav from Indus University, who has delivered his eventful thoughts on how the IQAC has to, what are the objectives and purposes and how we should cope up. So I'm very thankful to Professor Srivastav and also Dr. Vijay Pithadia for his also insights on that. And now when I heard about initially from Professor Srivastav, and this IQAC would help us in terms of funding in all kinds of things. But then I put my way of thoughts in such a way that IQAC is something that we need to adopt as a principle of working as part of our profession in teaching and research at the undergraduate level, or postgraduate level, or the doctorate level. Not looking in terms of getting some kind of ranking or some kind of funding. Because those are all the follow-ups, so that automatically comes. The moment you focus in terms of your professional character of your academics and research, the other credentials automatically you earn without making an effort to do that. So that's the point that I want to focus, and this message has to be taken across all the academicians and professionals. And we need to live in the true world of our academics and true world of our research. And we mean by what we're doing. As long as we adopt this, then there's no need for us to crave for any kind of funding or crave for any kind of ranking. So the moment you don't do this, and then you start looking only in terms of the criteria to be fulfilled for the purpose of ranking, for the purpose of funding. And that's where the problem comes of substandard quality, whatever comes in. And to give an example, and most of us, we have visited institutions under NAC accreditation. Hello. Can I carry on?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, most of us visited various institutions in the country for NAC accreditation. You know that how people in the universities or institutions cope up the moment before the NAC committee comes, few months before that. And it's a great rehearsals what they do, not one rehearsal, two rehearsals, three rehearsals. So you don't need to do rehearsals. In academic world, you don't need to rehearsals. I remember even in my own university, a rehearsal was done. And then I, being a part of the member of that, I request my vice chancellor, why do you need to do the rehearsal? No, just to see how people cope up. So which means that itself indicates that we are not prepared in terms of what we are doing, we are not living in terms of what we are supposed to. So this is what exactly I'm trying to tell. So the emphasis should be in terms of the quality that should be imbibed as part of a blend as true professional, because the profession is defined by its own characters. And as long as we believe in the profession, and that's how the Institute of Chartered Accountants and the other professional bodies are living. And when you talk in the international context, they are more living in terms of than what Indian institutions are doing. And that's the reason why we always try to compare. For example, when we are talking about the journals which are published in India and the journals which are published internationally, and now we have categories of Scopus Index journals. We have ABDC journals. We have FT50, the world top finance journals of 50, and so many other journals. But then none of the Indian institutions or none of the Indian authors are able to reach out to that. And that's where, because the standards that are maintained by them are based on this kind of principles. Whatever each and every act that you do as part of your profession in terms of teaching, because day one, what you get into the lecture hall, your quality is recorded there. And as long as we self-assured by ourselves that this is the quality that we maintain in terms of each and every part of our teaching and each and every part of our research, and then automatically the acclaimants will come. So we don't need to crave for them. So this is what exactly the natural process that we need to imbibe. And that is what exactly I want to propose to the August academicians. And we need to carry this message to the youngsters. And I'm sure that with the galaxy of the people who are trying to give this message, and this message should be loud and bigger to the people, that every action of our teaching, every action of our research, every action of our consultancy, and every action of our publications in true spirit of professionalism and the moral values, if we believe in that, and I'm sure that we don't even need acclamation from bodies like NB or NAC. And if it comes, yes, that is fine. But we don't need to crave for those kind of accreditation from them. So that is the philosophy what I had. I'm sure all of you would agree with me. Apart from complying with all the regulations, whatever is required in terms of quality assurance and other things, so that's apart. So with that, very blunt message, I want to close my presentation. Thank you. Over to you, Professor Ganjari.
Thank you very much for being with us, sir. It's a great honor for us that people like you have joined and graced the occasion. From behalf of Best Edudex, from the behalf of Association of IQAC Professional, I express my deep gratitude as well as thanks to you. Thank you very much, sir. We have next international speaker with us, Mr. Fazil Sheikh with us. He's a director as well as CEO with Hali Management Consultant, and as well as he's with Maverick Business Academy, London. Over to you, Fazil Sheikh. Fazil Sheikh, would you be able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, very clear.
Welcome, sir, after a long time. Welcome for inauguration function of Association of IQAC Professional. Welcome, sir. Over to you.
Yes, thank you so much. It's been an honor and privilege to be here amongst stalwarts and experts of this caliber. And I was just wondering, with all the doctors around here, I think for me, it was more like learning from all these industry veterans. And trust me, the insights that have been shared so far, I can understand the kind of cohort or the network that you have been creating is going to have a lot of impact in whatever we do. So firstly, thanks to Dr. Kumar for having this initiative taken and inviting me also as one of the participant and guest of honor. And my biggest greetings and regards to all the other eminent speakers, Dr. Vijay Kumar Srivastava. I loved your speech, sir. I'm sure you must be watching me. And I will come to your points that you highlighted. And that was the same points which I wanted to echo and share. And as usual, Dr. Vijay Pithadia was crisp and to the point. So good to see you again, sir. And other guest of honors, Dr. Tushar, Dr. Ankur, Dr. Manohar, and Dr. Atul. Big hi and warm and wonderful greetings to all of you. So coming to the topic, what has been fascinating me is, in our education system, keeping the quality systems and all this in place. In UK, we have something called the TEF, Teaching Excellence Framework, and we are yet to have such metrics on board in our curriculum. And secondly, we are still lagging behind in deploying something called as the DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusiveness. Whether it is in our curriculum or in our teaching pedagogy or in our learning methodology, this has been lacking for centuries. For the last couple of decades, I would say, right? And now I have my own academy in Dubai and back in the UK as well. We keep shuttling, and we have a lot of students coming in from different universities who come to us and which are highly top ranked, But today rankings have become so commercial. As Dr. Professor Vijay and Dr. Vijay Srivastava said, you really can't know the actual value addition that is being given to the university per se. You can't measure what the student has achieved or what has been the learning outcome. It's a bit haywire. So ranking systems have become very, very, very commercialized. And at the same time, as I said, we need to be, let's say, more practical, especially in our higher education, to embed the concept of experiential learning, which I've been a fan of, and I've been vocalizing this in all the panels or the platforms that I've been a part of. Because today, let's say we always have students coming in from India as a part of our edutainment trip. During the last 1.5 years, due to COVID, we could not, invite students from different colleges and different universities where we take them for industrial trip and on the ground reality on, what soft skills are, how to have your emotional intelligence intact. Now, these things, our colleges, we have, as even Professor Pitadia said, that, there are thousands of colleges. But again, you put 30, 40 students under one roof. Trust me, nobody knows the profiling or the background of the student. There is no psychometric analysis that is done to understand what this student wants or, what is his ambition. It's all like, a flock and a herd mentality that is being put forth. And even the teacher is just being hired, or the professor is just being hired because their academics were good. But there has to be a psychometric analysis and element put in place to know your audience and to know what is being delivered. And there has to be measured as well. These quality systems need to put into the picture. Coming back to experiential learning, this is my dream actually. Whenever, upcoming colleges and universities in India, when they put into effect this particular practice, I'm sure our students are going to be phenomenal worldwide. We are ruling the world, definitely, in many places, just that, we need to do more. And as Dr. Professor Srivastava rightly followed the Gurukul system, as, the way he beautifully said that knowledge needs to liberalize. Trust me, this knowledge and education today is making you oppressed and suppressed. You're being taught, okay, this is what you need to follow. This education is not allowing us to question. This education is not allowing us to think. It is not making us, okay, why and how? Okay, we just follow because the herd is following. We just follow the same thing. Whereas we need to have, wall-less classes. We need to have an open and integrated learning system as one of the quality control measure that we need to put, wherein we should have students from, let's say, bachelor's or master's or PhD coming under one roof, learning from each other, for each other, with each other. This is what we need. We don't need all the same level of students who can't learn from each other, trying to just outgrow and all do the same examination, same capability. So we need all these extra quality systems to put in place so that the learning environment becomes conducive. And at the same time, experiential learning is also practiced in the best possible way. So I thought this is what I wanted to share with all of you. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I thought I'll just voice this out on this platform. Yeah, over to you, Dr. Kumar.
Yeah, thank you very much for your kind words, sir. We fully agree with that. Yes, there are certain people in the world and across the continent that they want to purchase accreditation, they want to purchase ISO 9000, they want to purchase the what you call a limelight also. But I fully agree with you also and Dr. With B. Ramesh also that yes, quality matters. So we are here to provide the best of the best quality, and we are blessed with people like you. We are blessed with people like Dr. Srivastava, Dr. Ramesh, Dr. Vijay Vithadia, Dr. Mr. Fazil Sheikh. Definitely will do a great thing in the field of education. Just to pinpoint one thing which you have already spoken and highlighted by Dr. B. Ramesh, that you are having a number of associations and how you manage it. We work on two principles. One is the honesty and second is the trust. That is blessings from your side also. So we are honest. We provide best of the blessed of the platform. We have brought the people. We have provided various types of training program, deliver the best of the best thing. Even a few days back, we have completed 15 days orientation program where international faculty also went joined. They are delivered. The only thing what we say on this that honesty is the best policy. With these kind words, I request next guest of honor, Mr. Ankur Saxena. Just little introduction about he. He is a professor and head with ICT, AI and DS department, coordinator, Patent Information Cell, Sankelchand Patel University, Gujarat. Over to Dr. Ankur Saxena.
Dr. Kumar, I seek your pardon to leave the meeting, as I mentioned to you.
Oh. Thank you very much for being with us. We require your blessings.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, Dr. Kumar sir, for giving me this privilege and honoring me with the guest of honor for today's this webinar, a meeting with all the so much creative minds there and senior persons with me. But yes, I'm very keenly listening to our chief guest speech, and I hope that I also agree with word to word what he said. And then I was waiting for Fazal also, because I heard Fazal previously also, and I'm very much amazed the way he put all the things. Very nice to have Fazal here in this forum.
Appreciate it, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Most welcome, sir. And just now we can say we have a very strong team of learned persons along with us. And yes, as I also say the same thing, that you are managing so much of association, and you always try to keep honoring us for these type of platforms. And we all are academicians. We will try every possible way to serve the public, to serve the society, and the good things which you are doing. Not speaking too much, but yes, I'm amazed again. I'm amazed by listening all the speakers before me. But why I'm not speaking today? Because I just came in for this today's meeting. I have just taken yesterday. I have taken my first dose of vaccine. Not feeling well, bit down, slight fever, But yes, as Kumar Das sir is my senior also and my friend also, I have to be there present today. So I have now been in this meeting. Please excuse me because I'm not feeling well. I would like to leave the meeting also. Wish you all the best, Kumar Das sir. I will share my opinions definitely to you by emails and will be in touch with you. Thank you so much.
Please take good care, Dr. Ankur. Take good care. Recover soon and come. Yeah, we will stay connected. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please rest well. Yeah,
Thank you,
thanks.
Dr.
Kumar sir, please allow me to leave. Huh?
Sure, sure.
I will
Thank you,
talk
but
to
we
you on
require your
phone
blessing.
as soon as. Yeah. Thank you so
Great
much.
to see you on this platform. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye all.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you very much. There is a little bit twist in the schedule. We have Dr. Tushar Dagade with us and Dr. Manohar Karade and Dr. Atul Kumar. If three people allow, let me introduce one personality which is there, and he will take 2 minutes from all of us. And once again, he will switch to his presentation. His name is Mr. Jayan Singh. He has done BTech from NIT Allahabad. He is a MS in quality management, 19 years of experience in consultancy, as well as in QMS and QA. Mr. Jayan Singh.
Thank you, Dr. Kumar, and thank you all the eminent speakers out here. Dr. Kumar, I think you will have to give me a permission to share my slides.
Yeah. Jayan Singh, I'll give a 20, 25 minute, 30-minute time to share, because on this knowledge platform, we required some knowledge creations also. That's why we required your inputs regarding QA, QMS, ISO 9000, 21000, etc., etc. And after your speech, once again, we'll come back to our, we have 3 guests of honors which are remain to address this session. Mr. Tushar Dagade, sorry, Dr. Tushar Dagade, Dr. Manohar Karade, and Dr. Atul Kumar. So over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kumar, and I welcome all the members out here, eminent members from different fields and geographical regions of educational spectrum. My name is Jayant Singh, and I'm representing Training Point. We have been into this field of management systems and process improvements, auditing since 1998, and we take a proud on that. Educational organization management systems, something we have already heard of: quality management system, environment management systems, information security management systems, and a couple of them which have been coming under the umbrella of ISO standards. I'll be taking not 20 minutes, but I'll be taking exactly 10 minutes to put across my thoughts, and also some points related to ISO 21001 2018, and put across how we can use these frameworks to actually drive our continual improvement and eventually fulfill the dreams which Dr. Srivastava in the beginning has also opined, where we need to take our learners and the learning systems to excellence. So ISO 21001 2018, as the year suggests, this has latest standard which is been derived out of ISO 9001 very specifically for educational organizations. So 9001 now takes a shape of 21001 for educational organizations. What it has got, how we move towards it, let's take a quick look at it. You don't rise to the level of your goals, but you fall to the level of your systems. Author James Clear in Atomic Habits has explained these particular concepts very well. We always set some goals, and we thrive and we make all our efforts to achieve that goal. But we don't find all the athletes reaching number one position, or in any other field, whether it is education or whether it is sports, that everybody cannot come first. But do we find anybody who sets a goal? Oh no, I want to be third, I want to be 10th, I want to be 11th. No. So setting goal is not the only important activity which we need to do. And that is where the systems comes into play. Let's take a look how these systems will help us. Just having a goal is not enough. If you don't have a plan to get there, then you will continue to do what you have always done. Systems are our safety nets. So whenever there will be a fall, because there cannot be a continuous increase, we need to ensure that my systems are supporting that fall, and from there I can bounce back again. And that's where these safety nets of standards, our practices, SOPs needs to be put across and implemented. If you take a look at this particular picture, we want to have an improvement in quality, and we have seen where we, I take a journey of 70 years, because if we go beyond 100 years, well, there was a different level of excellence, and there was different level of education in our ancient, where kind of excellences which still we are aiming to imbibe and aiming to achieve those. But if we take a look at the journey of quality post Second World War era, to maintain quality, you need to continuously improve, and there needs to be a cycle of PDCA, which is plan, do, check and act, which needs to be run through in all our processes. And there has to be a standard which supports this PDCA. Else, if the moment this circle stops, we will start falling down and my quality will go down. Reason can be any and many. I can today also talk of, okay, COVID is one of the reasons. I have a disruption. I have a digital community issue. Many people don't have gadgets. Many students don't have gadgets. Don't have access to those technological things through which they can continue. But the point is that if we do not support it with the standard and a cycle, there will be fall in quality. 21,001 standard is internationally recognized best practice framework for an educational organization management system. And this is based on 9001 quality management system. So it has been derived out of that. I'll tell you, I'll explain you, there are some couple of other standards which has been derived out of ISO 9001. Automotive manufacturers all over the world, they use TS 16949. That is derived out of ISO 9001, very specifically for automotives. Similarly, for education, 21,001 has come up. It provides a specific framework for educational organizations, aim to enhance the satisfaction of their learners by improving the educational processes and ensuring conformity to the learners' requirements. We need to map these two points very specifically all over. These are our important benchmarks for you to assess yourself without going for any certification. Are we improving our educational processes, and am I meeting the learner's requirement? If both of them are met, you know you are on a right journey to excellence. This standard can be used by all the organizations that provide a curriculum for a development of knowledge, skills, and attitudes by means of different delivery models. And we have seen in last 18 months, whole new set of delivery models coming up, and students also gaining out of it, including the experts who are situated in different geographical regions getting connected to them. Why should we go for EOMS? Well, education is a fundamental need for everyone in the society. Hence, it is essential to maintain good quality of the education delivered. 21,001 certification will enable you to provide educational services in a more effective and efficient manner. By becoming 21,001 certified, you can demonstrate to other interested parties that you are committed towards improving your educational systems to international standard. There are a couple of fundamental principles on which EOMS is established. I would want to take 4 of these red fonts which are currently visible on the screen. to you. Focus on learners and other beneficiary, improvement, social responsibility, data security and protection. Out of 11 pillars, these 4 pillars currently we can just touch upon. Data security and protection is extremely sensitive and very important. Yesterday also we faced some WhatsApp hacking when in one of our group, few members of WhatsApp has been taken over and controlled by the hackers, and till now when I'm speaking, it has not yet been released. And I'm giving one of the tip of the iceberg where we are talking about. So we are talking from within the educational organizational management systems perspective. Couple of these pillars, when we talk of, they are being addressed in 21001. When you implement it systematically, you will have a very strong framework for your organization. Benefits of EOMS. Well, it will improve your EMS, educational management system, enhance the reputation for your institution, promote equal opportunity for students, encourage diversity, effective response to accreditation requirements. So there can be various requirements, you know, like you have NAC accreditation, NBA accreditation. Well, these steps help you putting up your foundation blocks very strong, and many things come out very effectively when you face these further accreditation and audits. Stimulate creativity and innovation, make education more accessible. You know, this fundamentally embarks into a continual improvement process. There will be waste reduction, process effectiveness will improve. So couple of these are the derivatives of 21001, other than the certificate which you get, and you know, it can be used across for various reasons. This maps to, if you take this EOMS ISO 21001, this maps between mission and vision of the organization, of your institution, and helps you taking the entire structure up to the level of excellence. This follows a structure. I'll just share these 2 slides, which will give you a basic flair as to, okay, how is this ISO 21001 close to or different than 9001? Well, both of them follow the same high level structure. So if I can show you the flow of the clauses, it runs like from clause 1 to clause 5, and then clause 6 to clause 10. Same clauses, same Annex SL, same framework, but more suitable and adaptive to educational organizations' needs. I would not take any deep dive on the clauses of the standard today. I just wanted to give you a flair of basic on ISO 21001, and then let me just take you to the last slide of mine. Quality is everyone's responsibility. It won't come, if we have just appointed a quality coordinator, no, it won't happen. Yes, they are important members of my organization. They are very important for my entire journey. But quality is everyone's responsibility, right from the administrators to academicians and to the learners. And infra and all other resources support all of. With that, I end up my presentation. Thank you all for patiently hearing me, and I pass on the mic back to Dr. Kumar. Dr. Kumar, please go ahead.
Thank you, Jayan Singh. Great to hear in this inaugural function from you. Just a few requests from our side. Share your contact number, mobile number, and email address if possible on the chat box, so that people can contact directly to you for more details. This is the first thing. Secondly, why we have included his presentation during this inaugural function is that we want to switch over from the currently what we are perceiving in right now, what currently we are adopting, to a new generation ISO systems. That is our fundamental purpose. We don't want to stick ourselves to the ISO 9001, but we definitely want to switch over to ISO 21001 and etc. etc. So we have a person who has joined our organization association. His name is Jayan Singh. Welcome, sir. participant, I request you, if you have any doubts regarding ISO system, you can get directly touch it with Mr. Jain Singh, or if you want, we'll conduct another session, a full-fledged session, a 1-day session or a 5-day session for you of Mr. Jain Singh. Thank you very much, Jain, for being with us. We are very close friends from almost 8 or 10 years, from almost a decade, sir, Jain. Yeah,
Right,
almost
sir.
a decade.
More than a decade.
Yeah, yeah. We are close to each other, but what the fundamental, what do you say, the quality, what we have seen with the Jain Singh is that he is a human. He behave like a human. He never behave like an auditor. And we always feel like auditor is not a human. So he is a very good person. He conducts a lot of various types of audit, but he is a generous enough. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you, Jain Singh. Thank you very much. The next twist
Thank you,
in
sir.
our
Thank you.
inauguration
Thank you for the
function is
kind words.
that we have a beautiful presentation from Mr. Dr. Manor Karade. Dr. Manor Karade, are you ready?
Sir. Yes,
Over to
sir.
you. Over to you, sir. Welcome on
Can you?
behalf of Best of Jetrix as well as Association of IQAC Professional. Let me introduce Mr. Dr. Manor Karade. He is Associate Professor, Head Academic and IQAC NAC NBA Head, JSPM's JSIMR Pune. Welcome, Dr. Manor Karade. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for a great introduction. Can you make me host so that I can share screen?
I have allowed you to share your screen.
Is it visible now, sir?
Yeah. Very much visible. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Welcome to one and all present over here. Let me, at the outset, I would like to congratulate Dr. Kumar sir for having this international forum. Let me tell you very frankly, we all are eagerly waiting for knowing that what this forum is going to provide us. Okay, so International IQAC Forum, which has been established as it is a new journey to lead in academic excellence. As we all professionals from different fields, we tend to have a kind of, let's say, association where we can interact, we can have a kind of dialogue with like-minded people, where we can have a kind of building relationship as a professional relationship where we can interact with each other and we can reach to the next level. So as rightly stated, that education is the manifestation of life, where we have to look and provide this education by generating research, teaching, and service to the society. As education provides the path for creation of knowledge, dissemination of knowledge, and application of knowledge. So if you look at the kind of parameters of inequality as far as education is concerned or academics is concerned, we need to build the research as a one major prime parameter where we can acquire the knowledge. So by having a kind of acquisition of knowledge through research, publications, the patents, and many other kind of work under the research paradigm, we can have acquisition of knowledge. Now, as being a professor, we have acquired the knowledge. So next step is to disseminate the knowledge. And in dissemination, as we interact with different stakeholders, and most probably we are interacting more with students as a stakeholder. So in teaching learning, we have to transfer the knowledge which we have acquired in our own, let's say, specialization or in our own streams, or for that matter, multidisciplinary streams, which we have gained to the for teaching learning process. So the second quality parameter probably is how we have a kind of, let's say, process of teaching learning as far as the academics is concerned. And last and very crucial important point, that is service to the society. Because as we are creating a kind of, let's say, people or the kind of stakeholders who can serve to the society, as now we are facing COVID-19, and everybody is expecting that the medicine which can prevent the fatal injury or the kind of deaths of the people which can be a kind of a part of service to the society. If we will get that, we will probably we can have a kind of that the knowledge which has been disseminated, the knowledge which has been created, has been applied for the society and betterment of society. So the last and foremost, that is application of knowledge. And when we are looking towards that, there are so many kind of, let's say, accreditation processes, maybe a kind of NAC, NBA, or let's say international accreditations, which are expecting all the time the kind of acquisition, transfer, and the application for us. So if we look at the, as we know, we are talking about quality, international quality assurance certified professional platform, where we have to cater the needs of different stakeholders, especially academic institutes across the India, and apart from India, in wherever we required a kind of, let's say, in an international forum, wherever we required any kind of, let's say, services or the products which we can accelerate ourselves as professionals, and we can give them whatever the requirement of their own institutes. So in that case, if you look at the India and the kind of accreditation processes, we tend to have a kind of national accreditation and council, that is NAC. Again, in national board of accreditation, where NBA is expected, and then international accreditations and NRIF framework, which will look after the kind of academic excellence at par. So we tend to provide certain kind of, let's say, deliberate efforts to gain these all kind of academic excellence as required. So as you know, we Professor Vice Chancellor were talking about the quality as it is a relative term. So we have to introspect at institute level as an individual level also. Then we have to look after the quality as an collaborations. If we'll collaborate with all people, as you know, today is the platform where it has been created, a very nice platform by Dr. Kumar sir, where he has collaborated with various kind of, let's say, experts from international and national level. So we tend to have a kind of interactions and dialogue through that, and then we can have a collaborations for better quality. And then third part is what continuous evaluation. So we need to tend to see that the continuous evaluation of teaching learning process or the other kind of factors which are directly indirectly contributing to the output of this. So the next is what quality in excellence, and then third party evaluation. As you know, we have to get assessment, okay, from external agencies, from external factors, or the kind of policies which have been implemented by academic, as an quality parameters which you have determined, where third party evaluation is very important, where academic audit is needed to be understood very well, and it has to be evaluated or assessed by other parties. As you know, NAC is one accredited agency as a national level which has been evaluating, or National Board of Accreditation is again another kind of, let's say, agency which has been taken care. So academic administrative audit and other kind of audits which needs to be taken into consideration by evaluation assessment by third parties. So where we can reach academic excellence, we can create that academic excellence which we are expecting. As initially in a kind of, let's say, if you go to the Gurukul system, now we have a Kuluguru system. Previously it was a Gurukul system, Guru first and then Kul. But now we hear Kul first and then Guru, Kuluguru system. So we have to look after that particular Gurukul system again. And it has been rightly stated by the kind of chief guest that we should create a kind of, let's say, platform like Global Unique Ranking Framework Universities, that is Guru, as a system part. So I tend to see that we can look after the quality in different ways, where we have to assess the quality on the quantity parameters as well as quality parameters. Second, we have to look after the benchmarking. So as an institutional heads, or a kind of, let's say, the person who is related to IQAC needs to benchmark his or her own institute at top-notch institute, which are premier institutes in India and outside country too. Then we have to look after the research and the research funding, the kind of projects which we are gaining, the output from those research, how we can contribute through the research to the all different stakeholders which are aiming to gain the momentum of this particular quality education. So, this is what again a focus point which has been mentioned in National Education Policy, which is recently drafted by Government of India, and where teaching, learning, research, and social responsibility are crafted very well. So we need to tend to see that those all kind of, let's say, academic excellence in terms of changing the paradigm shift from so this common platform which has been created by Dr. Kumar sir, where the core objective of this is what to look after the developing global platform for quality assurance practitioners, for creating new generation quality management systems and meets the industry as well as academic excellence. So here he has crafted very well thought process, kind of, let's say, the benchmark which he has set as international level, and we are looking towards the kind of change which is really expect all the time. As you know, change, the word only change is the permanent, other things are changing every day. So we have to look after this particular, academic endeavors to the academic excellence which are expected in due course of time. So why these collaborations? The kind of, let's say, professors, we all tend to see that why this and what would be the outcome of these all kind of collaborations which are good. So every expert from the particular renowned particular area will get the opportunity to interact with other kind of, let's say, global players, or even in that case national level, where they can share their own knowledge, their kind of, let's say, capabilities and competencies, which is really expected for every institute to grow. So in this particular platform, we can get so many kind of opportunities. Now, if I'll say opportunity, then we tend to see that what would be my contribution into that particular opportunity and what I will gain as an outcome of that opportunity. So I will just put you certain kind of glimpses where, the framework which is expected in terms of, IQAC as a part of accreditation. If we will apply this platform for, gaining the moment of accreditations for the institutes, this will be very, very nice platform where we can complete the various projects which are really required. Many of the institutes may cater the scarcity of resources, or maybe a kind of requirement of their quality which they would like to enhance at the upliftment at the top-notch level. So we can stimulate them by providing certain kind of, let's say, exposure through this kind of platform which has been created by Dr. Kumar sir. So we can have a kind of value proposition for the 5 major pillars which are expected as a value framework, where contribution to the kind of, let's say, national development, how we can contribute as an, the teaching fraternity or the kind of, let's say, industry experts from various kind of states or nation, how we can contribute to this. So where nation building can be happen, how we can foster the global competencies and inculcate the values among the students, as rightly mentioned by Mr. Sheikh, that we have to have a DIT, diversity, inclusion, and technology, where we can promote the technology and how we can capture the diversity, and how we can have a kind of a inclusion at micro level and macro level. And that would be the kind of, let's say, the quest which we are expecting as far as the academic excellence is concerned. So we thirst to have a kind of quest for academic excellence, that if we will create the momentum through this kind of, let's say, platform, this will be a kind of, let's say, a very nice outcome which we can gain at the end of the day. So as you know, all aware about the IQAC functions, I will not go into the detail of those all, but it is what, again, development. Okay, so as is rightly mentioned by that Mr. Singh sir, that quality is looking after the planning, do, check, and action. So where we have to have a kind of IQAC will play a role in this PDCA. Okay, and where we have to develop the kind of benchmarking, and we have to reach to the new height by organizing various kind of, let's say, kind of the procedures which are required to disseminate the knowledge. As it is rightly been stated that, when we are looking towards the quality, the kind of quality is going to be have a kind of different parameters, and it has to be assessed properly and provide the feedback by the stakeholders for gaining that. So why I was talking this all with you is what no, you every institute is expecting that we should go in a higher ranking. If you look at the position in today's scenario in India, especially in 2019, this is the kind of, let's say, published data which is available on NRIF web portal, where you can see many of the institutes are taking part of it. So what is the opportunity for us? The opportunity is what? When you will consult them, when you will have a kind of your own forte, and if you consult with them, definitely there is a possibility of opportunity for you to excel and accelerate your own speed of expertise. And through those speed and the expertise, they may get whatever their desired results, and you will gain certain kind of value propositions through that. So if you look at the as per your own specialization, if you are having a kind of expertise in engineering, management, or any other kind of, let's say, streams altogether, many of the institutes still lagging behind for National Board of Accreditation, for NAC, and they expect that those experts can deliver certain things for them. Okay, those experts can deliver in their own areas, in their own kind of, let's say, expertise in research, consultancy, or maybe a project, maybe a kind of different kind of societal approach, than outcomes which are expected by these all kind of colleges and universities across the India. And apart from India, if you are good into that, even international context, they are expecting certain kind of collaborations, linkages, and MOUs with your institutes, or as an individual, if you have certain kind of, let's say, agencies and consultancy that will help them to accomplish their task, accomplish their outcomes which they are expected. If you look at the kind of accreditations, why I'm showing again this is an opportunity. This is a challenge as well as opportunity, that 911 universities are there, and accreditations happen is around 609. So where the opportunity lies? Opportunity lies here between 900 to 600. So 300 universities are about to go for accreditations. Okay, and even now you can see the central universities, then state universities, then state private universities, and then other kind of affiliated colleges to the universities of central university or state universities. They are into this line. Now it has been made compulsory to all institutes, those professional institutes, to go for National Board of Accreditation by AICT in 2021. Because of this pandemic, it is now going again ahead. But let me tell you very frankly, they are in the quest and thirst that who can provide certain kind of consultancies and projects, certain kind of, let's say, research consultancy or other kind of projects where we can get the consultancies. Okay, colleges, if you look at the colleges, more than 17,000 colleges which have been waiting for accreditation so far. So this is what we can get the opportunity according to this platform. If you look at the gradations part of the universities or colleges, those who are in a A grade, B grade, C grade. So those who are looking towards upliftment of B grade to A grade, or C grade to B grade, or B to A to A++, then they are expecting certain kind of expecting their benchmark, and they enlarging their benchmark for the betterment of their own. So where the opportunity goes to all of you, to all of us. If you look at the kind of accreditations by state-wise, okay, yeah, where you can go and have consultancy for you, that is as per your thought. You can just tell this particular kind of international platform which we have created, and according to that we can set certain kind of regions, as it is rightly stated in the beginning by Dr. Kumar, that we can have a kind of different regions, and according to regions we can work upon that. That would be again a one fascinating thing which we can go through this particular platform. Yes, I have a data which has been published in, and you will get this particular data in a very short period. So sky is the limit for our opportunities which are been there for us. Now I will touch upon in a minute that NAC accreditation and NBA accreditations. As you know, all of you are aware about this, that we are benchmarking with the help of Washington Accord, Dublin Accord. Then are other kind of, let's say, accords which are been there, who are looking towards the quality and the benchmark which are been set in the different criteria altogether, in the academic, in the administration, in the research, in the consultancy. Yeah, if you look at the kind of student support system, if you look at the kind of a framework which is expected in the strategic development, and then if you are looking towards the societal contribution or the contribution which is expected as an outcome for the different stakeholders, these all kind of accords which have been determined that these are the kind of value propositions which you have, and based on that we can assess and we can evaluate. So for that sake, we tend to go for, let's say, kind of lesson plans and session plans, or the course files where we can have a kind of CO, PO, and PSO and PO, and all these mappings according to the requirement, where we can contribute a lot many things. So is the same if we will have, as rightly stated by Sam, that if you have a quality at the beginning and if you have benchmarked it very well, then other things, rest other things are kind of, let's say, just a matter of process, where we have to go for self-study research report, and then kind of, let's say, self-assessment report which we have to generate from this. Yeah, so we can have a kind of this kind of associations where we can interact, we can expand our own vision and the horizon of this particular international forum, where people can gather together. We can work on the kind of certain kind of association as a part and partial of this association. As a lifetime member, we can engross our own expertise through those all kind of expectations, where we can set certain roles and responsibility, we can assign certain kind of structure and framework. Then one of the very crucial part which I would like to tell, and then that will be a kind of end of my talk, where the implementation part, no doubt the associations are there, the forums are there, the activities are going to happen, but we need to set certain kind of policy procedures and the technologies and the kind of help of all our expertise from the universities, colleges, through certain kind of, let's say, collaborations, MOUs, and linkages, where we can have a good dialogue, and we can solve the certain problems which everybody at their institute level they are facing, because of certain kind of limits of the resources or the scarcity of kind of, let's say, fundings and many other kind of stuff, which has been part and partial. If you will go in hand as a team, okay, we can reach to the whatever the kind of, let's say, so together we can achieve more, as it has been rightly stated. And at the end, let me quote that if we will work in a very systematic manner, in a requirement of the different stakeholders, then eventually we can grow ourselves, and at the same time we can set certain quality benchmark at our own institute, or for others we can consult them, and we can give them best kind of accreditations as they are expecting. So with this note, I would like to end up. Thank you for patient listening, and over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Manohar. It's really a great presentation. I think great effort you have taken to make the presentations valid as well as up to the point. Thank you very much, and for being the guest of honor for the day. Thank you very much, sir. Now
you, sir.
we have two guests of honors for the day. One is Dr. Tushar Dagre and Dr. Atul Kumar. Over to Dr. Tushar Dagre.
Very good afternoon, one and all. Today's chief guest, Dr. Vijay Kumar Srivastava, Honorable VC Indus University, Honorable Dr. Nirmal Sharma, Honorable VC Bhagwan Mahavir University, Surat, Dr. Vijay Pathadia, Dr. Ramesh, Mr. Faisal Sheikh, founder and CEO of Maverick Business Academy, London, UK, then Dr. Ankurji, Dr. Manoharji, Dr. Atul Kumar, Dr. Walia specifically, who is the CEO of Incubation Cell, Northeast Hill Town University, Dr. Bhagyashri, Dr. Ravikant, Dr. Ramesh, who have left the meeting in between because of busy schedule, Dr. Meenakshi Duggal, Mr. Jayan Singh, who has a wonderful session with us on ISO 21001, and rest of the learned faculty colleagues. As you said, sir, in today's inauguration function, the first session which is delivered by Dr. Vijay Kumar Srivastav ji. Sir, you are very specific to the point, and yes, we need to think about Indian ranking system. I request Dr. Kumar sir, who has come up with this idea, to initiate this guru uh, ranking system with this association itself, where all these learned people are there. And please come out with the system, because yes, Indian education systems are very good system and we can prove it to the world. Another thing I specifically want to share this experience, how this particular association comes into existence. I am working in the educational system. Our institute is affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University. I am working as a group director in Zog Educational Trust. Sir, since we are an affiliated institute, we face lots of problems. Our fees are very less. And when we have a lot of private university who are giving us a tough competition, there we need somebody's support. And in that format, we had a discussion with Dr. Kumar, Dr. Manohar, Dr. Walia, Dr. Bhagyashree, all these people, we sit together and we discuss about this issue. Then this concept has come up, and they say, let's give a platform which can give help, provide help, who can share their resources for particularly benchmarking the quality education. So the like-minded people come together, and this concept was launched. I'm very happy to tell, like, because of the initiative taken by Dr. Kumar, we got a very good platform. And trust me, sir, even today, I've seen 32 people were there who are very learned and occupying a very good position. I also want to quote, there are directors in the institutes, principals of the institute. They are a part of this particular session. So, sir, the majority speakers has covered the points where it clearly says, like, there is a requirement of now helping each other. And also, as per new education policy, the institute should form a cluster type of thing and share the resources. Even some institute is conducting some courses that can be added into CBCS pattern for the evaluation method. So, sir, I appeal to all the institute heads, faculty members, both the chief guests, both the vice chancellors who are a leader of their institute. Sir, kindly share your resources so that the institute who are small, who are affiliated, who are facing the problems to survive with the so many accreditations, so many problems, particularly in the post-COVID scenario, you are the people who can help us, sir. So this particular platform can help all the institutes who wants the help, starting from organizing a session for that particular institute to get the accreditation done. As my friend Dr. Manohar has given a wonderful statistics of the thing, like there is a ample opportunity for the learned people, skilled people, who can extend their services to our institutes. And we will be very happy to take a help from such a learned people and improve our quality standards so that we can match the global level. Just now when Faisal sir was saying, like, there are institutes, now he is running his institute in Dubai as well as in UK. So if such people help us, because our students also don't want to go and see, understand what are the international qualities which are going on, so that tomorrow if they get an opportunity to work there or to study there abroad for a higher education, they should not feel like they are somewhere lacking in their skill sets. So thank you very much again, Dr. Kumar, for implementing this idea, trusting us, and giving this particular platform. I appeal all the faculty members, all the institute heads, all our leaders to be a part of this particular movement and help us in getting things done, particularly because you are all managers and managing men with technique time. Only I add knowledge also into this. This will be a turning point in the education system. No doubt, our entire education system is struggling. Some people are saying it, some people are not at all talking in the public forum. But I just want to say, in post-pandemic situation, every education system requires help, starting from admission, getting proper colleges, because students are not out in the market. Only whatever the teaching learning. Dr. Kumar has also organized a wonderful international seminar on distance learning and online education. N number of speakers have come there and deliver sessions, sir. Majority people join that system. Majority people have given a feedback in writing that yes, you have given a platform which is very helpful for us, which was not considered by any of the government authority, which are not considered by so-called learned people, because they want every time something to be given to them. But sir, please continue. My best wishes are always with you. And now there are other peoples who are young, who are now second in command, particularly in middle level management. So you rightly pointed out, sir, if we get hold of all these people who are into second platform, like particularly who are now upcoming leaders, this will be a very helpful scenario, because they can design a wonderful strategies, and this helps us to survive, sir. First survive and then excel. So we also want to be one of the best education system. We want to be a center of excellence, but there are limitations. And with the help of you people, with the help of such platforms, we can achieve it. So thank you very much, sir, for giving me this wonderful platform. And thanks to all for hearing patiently about my concerns. So thank you, Dr. Kumar. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tushar. I request just set your camera so that I can take the print screen. Or yeah, just hold a moment. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Just once again, I request. Yeah, got it. So it is taking a little bit longer time, but yes, people really are encouraged to listen from those eminent speaker across the global platform. Thank you very much. We have Dr. Atul Kumar, professor from D.Y. Patil University, Pune. Over to Dr. Atul Kumar.
Thank you, Dr. Kumar, for inviting me to speak on this forum. Professor Dr. Vijay Kumar Srivastav, sir, man with knowledge and experience. Dr. V. Ramesh, unfortunately, he is not with us. Dr. Vijay Pithadia and Mr. Fazil Sheikh, Dr. Tushar Bagre Patil, sir, Dr. Ankur Saxena, Dr. Karade. All the speakers, all the eminent speakers have already give a brief understanding of the IQAC and especially the quality system required for the education system in India. When you are the last to speak, sometimes it happens that we come with the preparation, but most of the things have been covered by the eminent speakers. Thank you, Manohar sir. Thank you, Manohar sir, for covering all of the content which I was supposed to talk.
I think greater minds think alike, so it happens.
Yeah. So I would like to speak from my heart. Professor Srivastav rightly said about the ranking system. We should have our own ranking system that could be a group kind of ranking system. But in my mind, actually, there is a question mark about these ranking systems. And I'm totally agree with Mr. Fazil about the commercialization of these rankings.
Ranking system, 100%.
I would like to start with this NAC. Then we have NBA, National Board of Accreditation. We have AACE, ICSB, Association of Advanced Collegiate School of Businesses, International Association. We have NIRF, and just wait for next few years. Recently, we have got our new education policy, National Education Policy 2020, which demands something beyond our expectations, or something beyond, which is not in a capability of the educational institutions, especially after this on the time of the pandemic. So the only question is here, I think one of the professor from our audience, Professor Desmukh, he had rightly pointed out, being NIRF, being NBA, being AACSB, and NEC, new education policy, there is a vast gap between ranking and reality.
Absolutely.
We have to accept it, because many a times what happens that I have seen some of the very good institutions, you can call them so-called good institutions, they have got A++. When we talk about the quality of the research, you can find out hardly 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 professors in the whole university, those could manage to publish in international or top-notch journals, especially ABDC index journals or Scoopers index journals. So the quality, that is lagging somewhere. Even we have in this NBA, we have teaching, learning, evaluation, we have student support and progression. Why we should have this teaching learning process? Why we can't have a student-centric quality assessment process, where the student will, because ultimately we are catering to our students, so let them accredit us. Because just getting the positive testimonials from the students and putting them on the website and even managing them for the NEC or NBA purpose is not serving the purpose of the quality assessment system at all. Even Mr. Fazil, he has talked about TEF, Teachers Efficiency Framework in UK. It is something like that. It is something like the teaching, learning, evaluation in India by NIRF.
Okay.
It is something like that. In UK, the people might have implemented it very well, but here we have university system and UGC, AICT, DT. Most of the times you will see that here we have Professor Tushar Dagre, he is a group director, earlier he was the director of one of the institutions. So we people are just doing the compliances, not focusing on the qualities. We have to fill the data for NIRF, we have to fill the data for NEC, NBA, or even if it is AACSB, we have to fill the data for Shikshana Shulka Samiti, we have to fill the data for DT, university. So we have number of governing bodies, AICT, and the whole year we are in just the process of managing the data and filling the data to the portal of the institution, these governing institutions. We are not focusing on the quality. By the way, we have come up with, these are some of the questions actually. Okay. We have come up with a forum, this International Association of IQAC heads. I hope that forum will work, and let us congratulate Dr. Kumar Ganjre sir for this success, and we should also wish him a lot of success for this organization. And sir, we are with you. We are with you in every aspect of the success of this organization. We are ready to take the pen, and we are ready to do something which is not done yet. We have very good like-minded people forum over here. Those can help us, and I hope this forum will provide the opportunities to collaborate. I will say 4 C's actually. That forum will provide the opportunities to collaborate among the different IQAC heads, institutions, and the eminent personalities. This forum will also work as a center of the communication among all the stakeholders, the collaboration, communication, and we can also have the third C, the creativity. We can come up with some creative ideas, especially in the implementation part, because we have enough number of standards by NIRF, by NBA, by NET, or by new education policy, or AACSB. So we just need to have a framework where we can exactly implement these things. Because when it comes to the implementation part, most of the organizations, they find it difficult to implement in their organization. So we can come up with easy to understand, easy to implement framework. We can develop easy to understand, easy to implement framework for as per the requirement of the institution, not as per the requirement of these the bodies, ranking bodies. I was talking about the 4th C, that is the critical thinking. So if we all like-minded people will come and can come up with some critical ideas to implement. I hope that this forum will work for these 4 C's: collaboration and communication, creativity, and critical thinking. I will stop my words. We have already done, the time has exceeding. I will stop my words over here and wish you all the very best, and especially Professor Dr. Kumar Gandre sir for this initiative. Let us congratulate and let us be with him for this initiative. Thank you once again for giving me an opportunity to speak on this platform and share the screen with many eminent personalities. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Atul Kumar. Pleasure to hear from you. A few points will definitely enlighten our inner, what you call instrument, that yes, we would to need to give a fresh look on the what we have thought and what we want to do. The fundamental thought came in the mind that we have seen one advertisement in our WhatsApp group stating that training for IQAC costing at the rate 20,000 for 75 sessions, like that. If my faculty, my fellow colleagues want to pay 20,000 during this pandemic reason, it will be a great pinch for their pocket as well as for their entire family. So why not to build a platform where people like you, like Dr. Tushar Dagde, Fazil Sheikh, Manohar, all the people like you join this platform and deliver their session, and definitely on a very bare minimum cost will provide these types of trainings for our fellow colleagues. So this is the fundamental thought what came in the mind. This is the first thing. Secondly, yes, on a very first day we got 100 plus inquiries for our IQAC in this initial pilot survey itself. Looking into the only 2 facts. One is the honesty is the best policy. What we see ourselves as honest people, as well as we provide best of the best and we deliver best of the best. Thank you very much from behalf of Besto Utrecht as well as from the Association of IQAC professionals. With the due permission of Honorable Chief Guest and all guests of honors, it's a pride privilege to conclude the session. I express my special vote of thanks to Chief Guest, Guest of Honors, and all participants. Thank you very much. With your due permission, if anyone has any question, We'll allow 2 minutes. After that, the meeting will be closed. I'll give you 2 minutes time to ask any question. We have Mr. Atul Dagre, Atul Kumar, Dr. Tushar Dagre, Fazil Sheikh, Dr. Manohar to answer the question. If anybody has any question, queries, suggestions, we are open. We always welcome the thoughts. I
Dr.
think,
Kumar, Dr. Walia is there.
yeah,
Dr.
Dr.
Kumar.
Walia is there.
Yeah.
Welcome, Dr. Devesh Walia, from the behalf of our company, our organization, as well as our entire team. Welcome, sir. Over to you, there, Dr. Devesh Walia.
Dr. Walia, is he there or left?
He's there. I think might be some connection issue. We are depend upon technology, but technology had its own limitations. It's greatly said.
Okay.
Yeah. With the due permission from chief guest and all guest of honors, we'll end up. Thank you once again. See you tomorrow at sharp 4 o'clock for orientation program by Dr. Shailesh Kasande on COPO mapping. Please join at sharp 4 o'clock only. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with the due permission. Shall I close the meeting?
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
so
very much.
Thank you, sir.
See you
Thank
soon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ravikant.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Baiju Thomas.